Hey, welcome. It's Jason. Well done for making it to this training today. It's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes, and I've designed these trainings to be really interactive. So you're going to get great insight. You're going to walk away with inspired action, and to help you in your professional, personal life. And so, look, I want to thank you for giving me the time to share this and for you to listen to me. And well done. I want to acknowledge you for showing up today because it means to me that means that you are wanting to explore what great looks like for you and how you can experience greater balance in your life and actually what a balanced life blueprint looks like and feels like for you. So my mission here is empowering business owners. Don't worry if you're not a business owner because well you might be one day. You might be working for an organization, and I would imagine you're a high achiever because you're here. And so yeah, my mission is to activate business owners and high achievers their full potential through mindset recalibration or mindset mastery and habit optimization, which cultivates long term success for a healthier, happier, and more fulfilled life. So that's looking after, obviously, what's really important: wellness and well being, and most important, relationships, and finding that equanimity, that balance in our life, which is not easy, but it is possible and it certainly is worth it. So, uh, welcome to the Balanced Life Blueprint: Work, Wellness, and Passion. And I kind of just want to start with what you're going to learn over the next 20 to 25 minutes. So, the importance of balance, understand how aligning work, wellness, and passion contributes to a fulfilling life, which it really does. Strategies for work fulfillment, discover how to align your professional life with your personal values to enhance overall job satisfaction, fulfillment, holistic wellness practices. We're going to explore self care routines and wellness strategies to boost your physical and mental and emotional and spiritual health, actually. Nurturing your passions, exploring ways to prioritize and engage in hobbies and activities that bring you more joy. They light you up, they give you this kind of greater sense of energy and happiness and fulfillment. Creating your balanced life blueprint. Craft a personalized plan that integrates your work, your business, your career, your wellness, and your passions, your hobbies for a harmonious, a well balanced lifestyle, which we call your one great life. All right, a little bit about me if you haven't met me before. So my background was in tennis. I played a lot of tennis. I actually coached tennis for many years, about 16 years. I ended up in Hong Kong teaching, and in that journey, I actually had lots of injuries, and someone introduced me to yoga, which had an amazing impact on my life, both personally and professionally. And then I wanted to share the positive impact that yoga gave to me, and so I actually trained as a yoga teacher. I did a lot of training out in the US. I decided to come back to London, and I created House Yoga, which is or was a yoga studio business for 12 years, bricks and mortar business. We created an incredible community both in Putney in Southwest London and Fulham. We have trained over 1,000 yoga teachers. We actually still have the yoga teacher training company, the House of Yoga. And it was in that time I started to notice that I really loved coaching. I had my own coaches and mentoring. And so I decided 5, 6 years ago to train as a certified high performance coach. You'll see me down there with on the right in the picture there with Brendan Burchard, who's one of the top coaches on the planet when it comes to high performance. And so I spend a lot of my time now working with business owners and do a lot of leadership work and lifestyle coaching or life coaching, as you might have heard of it. And I absolutely love it. And you're going to get a taste of it here today. And yeah, just wanted to share a little bit about me so you know you know where I am and where I've come from. Okay, so what's really important, and everyone that I work with, we start to look at pit stops. And what I mean by that is finding some recharging every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year that really allows them to succeed over the long term so they don't experience burnout, overwhelm, compounded stress. And because that is not a balanced life. You can be really successful in your career, but not actually have a well-rounded, balanced life, and you're kind of destroying your wellness or your relationships. So pit stops is a really important strategy in the work that I do. And so we're just going to start just quickly with a little pit stop called balance. So I want you to just get really comfortable, close down your eyes, and take a couple of deep breaths here through your nose, in through your nose and out through your nose. And then so you find your feet on the floor. You can settle into your feet and rest your hands on your lap or somewhere where it's comfortable, and just begin to access your breathing. That's it. Well done. And now that you've landed in what we could call a meditation experience, a mindful moment, you're just going to bring the word balance into your mind. You're just going to repeat that word, balance, the mantra, over and over again in your mind. And once you hear the word balance, see if you can relax your face and your shoulders, and just be really pleasantly present for this moment right now. And as you hear the word, you might have some visuals that happen, or you might get distracted. You get kind of random thoughts. Don't worry about that. Just come back to the word balance. 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 All right, well done. Great. Little mini pit stop to get yourself set up for this training. So just let that word go, that mantra disappear in the background. Open your eyes and take a big breath in, everyone, and a full breath out. Well done. Okay, really, really important to take pit stops. That was just a very mini pit stop. The pit stop could be that you stop and go for a walk. One of my daily habits is I get at least a 20-minute walk in every day. I treat that as a pit stop. I'll meditate, I'll do some breath work. A pit stop could be that you just go make a coffee, you go read something that's inspiring, you go and take 5, 10 deep breaths outside. Whatever that is, you just get really creative, but you must have pit stops in your day, because a motor racing car is trying to win the race or get around without blowing up the tires in the engine. It's the same for us. We want to win our days without blowing up, without stress and overwhelm and burnout. So pit stops are really, really important to create this balance in our life. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. So when you look at this diagram, we've got kind of work, our careers, our wellness on the bottom left, and then we've got passions, our hobbies, bottom right. And so if we get this interconnectedness and we find this equanimity, this balance between these three, then what we see is greater joy and greater fulfillment expand. So if you can imagine actually joy and fulfillment, that circle expands to the same size. We've got 4 kind of big circles here that are interconnected. And as I said at the beginning, it's not easy, but it is possible, and it's definitely worth it. And so just right now, where are you currently? Are you nicely balanced, or are you consumed in your business or your work, your career, or are you finding that actually you need a little bit more energy and inspiration there, or you're kind of more in the wellness element, or your hobbies? I don't know, but where do you sit right now? How are you experiencing your life, and what's it going to take to find this equanimity? And that's why we're here today, right? So, the importance of balance. Achieving balance between your work, wellness, and passions is crucial for a fulfilling life, your fulfilling life. When these areas align, they enhance one another, leading to greater satisfaction, joy, and well being. And by recognizing the interplay among your professional responsibilities, your personal health and well being, and interest allows you to create a harmonious environment that cultivates both growth and higher levels of happiness. So, the first reflective question here: what does balance look like for you in your life? And how can recognizing the interconnectedness of your work, your wellness, and your passions help you create a more satisfying and fulfilling daily experience? So, with these reflective questions, you're going to get a few here on this call and this training. I would advise that you kind of pause the training for now, and then spend a few moments on this. And by the way, I'd love to hear your insights. You can send me some DMs, or wherever you're watching this. Maybe you're on LinkedIn or kind of social media platform. Feel free to drop me a DM. Or an email, onegreatlife@jasonpudi.com. I'd love to hear your insights through these reflective questions. All right, well done. So, strategies for greater fulfillment at work. Aligning your professional life with your personal values is key to enhancing job satisfaction, work satisfaction. So you need to start by identifying what your core values are and assess how your current role reflects them, i.e., implement strategies such as setting meaningful goals, seeking projects that resonate with your values, raise your excitement levels for what's possible, and create an inspiring work environment. So, committing to these actions can transform your work from a mere obligation into a more meaningful and fulfilling career experience or career environment. So, yeah, what does this kind of mean to you? And core values is so important because if we can align our core values to how we really want our life to feel and look like. So for example, if one of my core values, which it is adventure, then I kind of want to be aligning and thinking about how my personal value of adventure is linked up to my career satisfaction. All right, cool. So, next reflective question for you. What core values do you want your work to reflect? And what steps can you take today to bring your job, your work, your business closer to your values? So, again, an example is that one of your core values might be growth. And so, you got to think about how can growth kind of align with your working environment, your career environment, right? And so this is what I call working towards values rather than and then moving away from values. Okay, so perhaps old values are not really aligned for where you're going and where you want to be. All right, again, pause the training and then come back to it when you've spent a few moments on this. Holistic wellness practices, effective self care routines are essential for boosting your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Make sure you are committing to regular holistic wellness practices such as daily or weekly movement, balanced nutrition, mindfulness, recharging often, spending time in nature, and adequate sleep. Now, this is not rocket science. We know this. It's common sense. But most people, this is common sense for sure. But what a lot of the time we see that's actually not common practice, which then we need to start looking up, our habits, day to day, week to week habits. And by the way, I have a really great habit tracker. If you want a habit tracker that I use with all my clients, then again, you can reach out to me, and I'm very happy to share a habit tracker, which will really start to show your weekly, monthly kind of patterns and the habits that are aligning specifically to your holistic wellness practices. Okay, incorporating these strategies into your daily life will enhance your energy and mood for sure, reduce the feelings of overwhelm and stress, and improve your overall well-being, empowering you to perform at your very best more often than not. So, what I mean by this is you are just getting better at you, and you're getting better at your life more often than not. So it becomes more consistent, you become more committed. All right, next reflective question. What self-care practices are you willing to commit to this week to enhance your overall wellness? And how might these changes impact the way you experience your daily life, experience yourself and your life, your daily life? So, what self-care practices are you willing to commit to this week to enhance your overall wellness, your well-being, your energy management, and how might these changes impact the way you experience your daily life? Again, I would love to hear what comes out from this question for you. Well done. All right, nurturing your passions. Prioritizing your passions, your hobbies, is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. It just is. It's just the way it plays out. And so you need to engage in those hobbies and activities that bring you a higher level of joy, at that abundant kind of experience of joy by setting aside dedicated time each week. So you have to schedule this. If it's not scheduled, it's not getting done. If it's scheduled, you got a 99% chance that you are actually committing to this, whether it's painting, hiking, learning a new language, sports, playing an instrument, or whatever it is that you love to do, because these pursuits rejuvenate your spirit, your energy, your mind, and enhance your vibrancy and creativity. So you've got to make a conscious effort to explore new interests and rediscover what truly engages you and lifts you up. Because we do know, and I work with a lot of high performers. We know now that the patterns, when they are feeling more engaged in their life, they are they are performing at higher levels, but they're also happy high performing. And this is what we're kind of looking for, right? Is happy high performance. All right, again, let's move into a reflective question. Pause the training, spend a little time on this, and then come back. So, what hobbies ignite your passion and joy? And how can you carve out time in your schedule to prioritize them in your week or your month over the next week or month? So if you think about the passions that really ignite, the hobbies that really ignite and bring out a high level of joy for you, and then deeply think about how you can carve out time for your schedule to prioritize them, because this is going to be a win for you and it will be a win for others around you, because you're going to be experiencing, if you're experiencing greater joy and fulfillment and energy, others around you are going to impact that for sure. All right, well done. You're doing awesome, by the way. So, creating your balanced life blueprint. It's time to create a personalized plan that seamlessly integrates your work, your wellness, and your passions to cultivate a well rounded and fulfilling lifestyle. Again, as I said this right at the beginning, your one great life. Begin by evaluating your current state in each area, identifying how they can interact and influence with each other. You then need to set clear, achievable, exciting goals for each component. So for each area, if you remember that diagram at the beginning, so for each of these areas, you need to really think about how you can set clear, achievable, and also stretch goals. They're gonna stretch you. They're gonna really challenge you, but they're really gonna bring out a new level of excitement that will have you experiencing greater balance here. What I call balanced action, the yin and the yang. Finding this balanced action is your golden ticket, actually, over the long term. By the way, so sustainability. Remember, this blueprint is a living document. So you got to revisit it and adjust it as needed to ensure it continues to serve as serve your evolving needs and at different stages of your life, because we have different, obviously, purposes and visions and how we kind of want to play this out. And so this is malleable. It has to be malleable and flexible. So it's a living document. Just remember that. And my suggestion is, you, like our vision in our life, it never needs to be complete, but it definitely needs tapping into often. And so I would revisit this, yeah, weekly, even daily for some of you. So you keep it consistent and let it be flexible. You be flexible around this. So, reflective question here: what specific actions can you take today to begin crafting your balanced life blueprint, and how will you measure its effectiveness over time? So how are you gonna kind of see and measure it over time? And one way is for sure is what I was saying earlier, is to have a kind of track your habits, your daily habits, your commitments, that will allow you to experience greater balance between your work, your business, your career, and your wellness practices, your well-being, and your hobbies, your passions. And so, yeah, I'd love to hear how this looks for you. And obviously, I'm here to support you if you need some help. And I want to hear what your greatest insight here is. So at the end of every coaching session I have, with whether that's an individual or a team environment, I'll always ask the question, what did you love about today's session? What's your greatest insight? And so for you, what is your greatest insight you've gained from this training today? Please share it. Like, please share it in any way you can, with others as well, not just me. If you can share it with others, that would be more powerful, because it's kind of a declaration. Okay, this is what I'm up to, and this is what I really want to improve in my life. Listen, this has been, I know it's been a kind of whirlwind, and I want to thank you for firstly showing up and doing the work. I always say, when you do the thing, you get the thing. And so if you really take this seriously and you commit to this, rather than it's just an intention, but you actually start doing the work, I know that you're going to experience a greater balance. And you design your balanced life blueprint, so you find that greater fulfillment, greater energy management, You start to elevate your career, you have a greater impact with your business, you get different results, your team environment, your culture perhaps starts to shift. Whatever it is, there's going to be a great result if you really commit to this. And if you want to explore it further, you can certainly book a free discovery call, which are 50-minute calls, and it will add massive value to you in your life. And yeah, you can find out more about booking a discovery call with me on my website, jasonpooley.com, or we'll be sharing a link where this training is also shared. So listen, well done. Have a great day, and hope to see you soon.